video. What's good, fellas? How you do? Happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? A little different video. You know, I'm in the whip. Just wanted to jump on here, man, and just talk about basically when you do too much with women. You know, when you do the most with women, you lose. When you're too responsive, you answer every call, you make them the center of your being, and you know you're not on your purpose, you're not on your mission, you're not focused. You know, you're doing too much, you'd be doing the most. And so this turns women off, you know. You know, as a man, of course you want to be on your grind, you know. You want to have your shit together. So, whether it be your faith, your fitness, your fashion, your finances, and then females last, women last, you know, that's the order of things. But you know, it's pretty easy to do that if you deal with a woman that you're not really into like that. So a woman that you just, you know, she's just a fling, you're not trying to be serious with her, you're not super attracted to her, like maybe she's a 7, or maybe even a 6, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about a woman who you're really attracted to, whether she be a 7, or 8, 9, and 10, but even as a 7, you know what I mean? A 7 is a sweet spot anyway. But anyway, if you're really into this woman, it's easier said than done to not be focused on her. You know what I mean? This is why it's super important for you to always have hobbies. It's super important for you to always be self-improvement, whether it be your body in the gym. You know what I mean? The gym gonna take up about an hour of your time. A hobby can take up hours of your time, whether it be, you know, martial arts, whether it be art, whether it be learning a new skill, reading a book, listening to a podcast, I don't know, whatever. But you got to stay busy, see, because when you're idle, it's easy to be governed by your desires. You know what I mean? Especially if you scroll on your phone all the time and all you see is women and things like that. So it's easy to be focused on them. So when you're dealing with a woman that you really like, a woman that you're really into, and you guys hit it off, you had a nice date or whatever, couple dates, maybe you smashing it already, you know what I'm saying? You blowing her back out, you know, y'all got that sexual chemistry going on. She's into you, she's calling you, she's texting you, you know, that kind of a thing. So once you get that established, maybe that took about a week, maybe that took about 2 weeks, invariably they're going to pull back. A woman is going to pull back during those stages. And not just that stage, any stage. A woman is going to pull back. You know, she's not going to call you as much. She's not going to be responsive as much, because they want to miss you. You know what I'm saying? They want to process their emotions. You can overload them. You give them like a dopamine. You give them like a dopamine overload. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? If you're always in their face and doing too much, it's going to be counterproductive, because women need like time and space to miss you, to think about you, to fantasize about you, to project upon you, to wonder about you. You know what I mean? Women more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And Corey Wayne made that very quote. He made that a quote, or he made made that study popular or well known. Like he's the impetus behind that study being well known, that women are attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. So when you make it known to a woman that you really like them, that you're really into them, that she's the one or whatever. Okay, so now the wondering is over. The uncertainty is gone. She knows, like she's validated. Like you just validated her. You see what I'm saying? Women, all women, every single one of them, all women, all heterosexual women who are not gay, lesbian, whatever the fuck, right? All women, heterosexual women, they need validation from men. And even the lesbians, right? They still a relationship, right? They need validation from their partner. Every woman needs validation. Okay? Now, it's up to you on how fast you give that validation. So when you give validation freely, compliments, text messages, phone calls, FaceTimes, touching, hugging, holding hands, public displays of affection. When you do all this stuff, when you're the one that's initiating all of that all the time and wanting it all the time and not giving them the space to initiate it, all of that is validation. All of that is validation. So she knows right away, man, this dude is really into me. And okay, so she got you. So you gotta breadcrumb it, man. You gotta like sprinkle it, so to speak. You know what I mean? You gotta drizzle it. That's a whole nother dynamic right there. I'm just being facetious at this point. But when it comes to validation, when it comes to, you letting them know how you feel. I know it's counterintuitive. I know you're thinking, oh man, you gotta be an asshole, you gotta play these games, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying not to do any of that, with these women. You're supposed to love on women. You're supposed to be romantic to women. You're supposed to be kind to women and chivalrous and all of that, right? But when you do it too soon, and you do it front facing, and you don't give them space, excuse me, y'all, I must be coming down with something, and you don't give them space, they're gonna pull away. They're gonna fall back. Sometimes they fall back because it's moving too fast. Sometimes they fall back because they're testing you. Sometimes they fall back because there might be some other person. As a matter of fact, guys, always assume that a woman is talking to another dude. Like, you're not the only one that she's talking to. When you're dealing with women, there's always an ex in the background. There's some guy that's always trying to talk to her on a daily, whether it be physically, whether it be in the DMs or whatever. They're always in communication with some guy. There's always an ex trying to get her back. And, depending on, how old she is and how many relationships she's had, she's probably imprinted by another dude that's in the background. So the more feminine you act by validating her and chasing her, and when I mean chase, I mean making advances when she's not reciprocating, when she's not initiating and things like that, you're just doing everything and it's one-sided. That's chasing. The more you do that, the more you're going to turn off, and that's it. You're going to push her away. You're going to push her over to the other guy that are interested in her. You know what I'm saying? So the more nonchalant you are, the more detached you are, you gotta be able to love without attachment, man. Meaning you need to be able to walk away. You need to be able to walk away at the drop of a dime, like that. You need to be able to walk away. And if a woman doesn't feel like you're able to walk away like that, she's got you. As long as she feels like she's got you, you're never gonna see the side of her that you want. Now, you may think I'm being a jerk or an asshole or whatever, but I'm telling you from my own experience. I'm telling you from studies, man. Like, yo, the more you make a woman feel safe in terms of like you putting her first, and she's the center of your life. You're not going to have that woman blowing up your phone. You're not going to have her doing what she is designed to do, which is designed to cling to you. Women are supposed to be the one that's clinging. Women are supposed to be the one that's stalking you. Women are supposed to be the ones that's asking where you at. Women are supposed to be the one that's watching your stories. Women are supposed to be the ones that's sending her friends to do reconnaissance on you. Women are supposed to be the ones that's getting jealous. Women are supposed to be the ones that's constantly... women should be your biggest fan. You shouldn't be their biggest fan. You should be a woman's fan. Like, I just saw a clip that's been circulating for the past day or two about Chris Brown. Right? He recently did a concert or some shit. He threw his jacket out in the audience. And you saw a whole group of women, like, in the crowd. As many women as it took to lay hands on his jacket, I would say probably 10 or more women are pulling on his jacket just to have his jacket. That's how you want a woman. You want to see that side of a woman? Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Build some status. Build some social proof. Increase your sexual market value. Work on yourself. Become great. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be famous, but just become great. It'll be seen. Listen, man. Women are programmed to observe this shit. So when you're great, it's gonna show. When you become somebody that's worthy, that's valuable, women are detectives. They are magnets. They are pre-wired. They are predisposed to look out for resources. So a woman, you don't have to front or none of that. A woman gonna be able to see. You know what I mean? So if you work on yourself, they're gonna be there, bro. But if you do it the opposite, if you're the one that's doing the most, you're going to turn that woman off, because now you're acting like her, and she knows that is that's not how it's supposed to be. It goes against nature. Women are supposed to be that way. So if you're enamored with her out the gate, and you're just doing the most, and you always want to spend all your time with her because you just like her feminine energy, you want to be around her all the time. We all do. We all love it. You can't do that, bro. You gotta fall back. You gotta let her do the pursuing. You gotta let her do the initiating. The more nonchalant you are, the better. You know what I mean? Women should be doing most of the work. That's just how it goes, man. It's a lot. I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot better when a woman likes you more than you like her. She has to like you more than you like her. You cannot like the woman more than she likes you. That's why you should only deal with women who deal with you. If you gotta chase a woman or try to raise her up, or try to convince her to be with you, or try to raise your attraction around her, she's not into you, bro. The woman's got to be into you more than you're into her. That's just the way that it is. That's how God designed things. Don't be mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm speaking from experience, and it becomes increasingly more difficult to do when you're really into that girl. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be, that's the universe way of making you man up. You got to be tough, bro. You got to be tough, bro. So yeah, man, I mean, I don't know what else to say. So you got to fall back and let them, you got to create tension. What I mean by creating tension, you got to fall back and mirror their actions. You know what I'm saying? If they're not reaching out, you don't reach out. When they reach out, then you respond and set a second date and get together and do what you do. You know? But you can't be the one that's always initiating. You can't do that. You got to let them reach out to you. Let them miss you, bro. They got to miss you. They got to see your strength. That's all I got, man. I'm out. Like, share, subscribe. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, comment on my shit. See you guys next video. Yep. And just to add on a little bit more, man, when I say you gotta let them miss you and don't be too available and all that, I don't mean to start playing games. I told you, you know, it's not about playing games with women. It's literally about you being too busy. Like, you really got to be busy. Like, listen, man, if you're going to work or if you're running your business and then you working on other shit, like, let's say you're working on other projects, other hobbies, you know, you're looking into investing and all this other kind of stuff. Like, if you're really busy on your purpose with hobbies and different activities, you're going to be too busy for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to have to catch you when you're done with everything. You know what I mean? And women, innately, they love that because they know that that's going to produce things. It produces value. That's what it communicates when you're too busy. It communicates value. That's not. Now let's get into the mindset. I gave you their mindset. Now you need to have this type of a mindset of value. A valuable person, a valued man, is going to be busy producing. A valuable man is not going to do what most men do. What creates value? Scarcity. Anything that's scarce is valuable. Look at the Cybertrucks right now. They're the new thing. They're still kind of scarce though. They're still scarce. This is why they have so much value. They're coveted because not a lot of people have it. So are Bugattis and Ferraris. Like, once you get a Ferrari, it's like, okay, you made the statement. Okay, you're pretty much financially independent at this point. But those cars and trucks are what? Valuable because they're scarce. Not everybody can afford it. So if you act like every dude that chases women, you're not fucking valuable. You're just another simp, another sucker. You see what I'm saying? Back to the Chris Brown analogy I gave you. Those women see him as valuable. Why? Oh, he's a rapper, da-da-da-da-da. He only dates top-notch women. That's pre-selection. You feel me? They see that as valuable. He has status or whatever. But my point is, man, you have to create value in your mindset. You have to become valuable if you want to deal and be successful with women. Okay? Value. You also have to see yourself as the prize, because when you see yourself as the prize, you're going to act as such, especially if you've done the work on yourself. If you've done the work on yourself and created status, power, a bag, you know what I'm saying? You've enhanced your body. That makes you a prize. You know what I mean? You put in the work. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to jump back here on that. You got to have the mindset of being valuable. You got to have the mindset of being the prize. And you got to have the mindset of being powerful. You got to keep the power. If you want to keep the power with women, you can't act like one, bro. You got to be masculine. If you want the power, she has to like you more than she likes you. I mean, yeah, she has to like you more than you like her to maintain the power. If you give her that power, you lost it. So with women, you got to be powerful, you got to be the prize, and you got to be valuable. That's it.